How's it going?
Hey,
Hello. Hi, how you doing?
good. How are you?
Oh,
Just
getting
living the
by. Sorry, say that again. I think I cut you off.
just living the quarantine dream.
Oh, it is a dream. It's a true
Uh,
dream for an introvert like myself.
and then after filming this,
Yeah.
are you
This
okay?
movie about introspection and isolation and agoraphobia.
And everything that goes along with it, like the torment that they did to you during this, like as a character, like I was like, oh my gosh, leave her alone.
No, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, but what was it like? I mean, what was it like to play that?
Oh gosh, I mean, it was great. It was one of those roles that as soon as I read the script, I understood it, or at least I had kind of the foundational understanding of it, which could then kind of be expanded into the details. But it is just kind of it's a rare thing when you just it clicks. Um, and so I felt like I really knew who Rose was. I felt like I knew what her purpose was in the movie, and could kind of, as I got more comfortable with that throughout shooting, could start to have fun with it, and that kind of followed the natural trajectory for the character, kind of starting to lose her self-consciousness a little bit as well. So that was yeah, it felt quite kismet is a good word for it. Just this kind of like experience of discovering yourself as you're discovering a character.
Your verisimilitude was showcased beautifully.
Thank you.
That transition and oh my gosh, you go from this naive, like, just hubris young writer who just wants to, learn things and, accepts the world as it is and think it's just going to take care. And then you learn like the harsh realities of life, like through these almost bullies. And then you become this entirely another person at the, at the end of it. And I just think that's such a beautiful story to tell because it's kind of how life is.
Yeah, I agree. I think that what Rose goes through in the movie is quite a universal experience for everybody, and she kind of goes through it in a unique way, which is very much tied to her femininity and to her role as a woman in the 1940s, and being expected to be a housewife and a homemaker and just kind of live a life of servitude, if you will. Um, and yeah, you're right. She discovers that her voice and her desires are more important than keeping a clean home.
And yes, and it's so symbolic, when you guys are up there and you're just standing with her and everything's so, like when you're letting go of that old person and then the new person comes. It's
Yeah,
just, I mean, the way you did it was just so beautiful. And what was
I
probably one
appreciate
of your
that.
favorite scenes shooting that? Because there's sometimes when I'm there watching, I was like, oh, well, did they just say that? Oh, I mean, it's a socially awkward setting sometimes to be at a dinner party where someone would say some of those things. So what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, those scenes were amazing to shoot. All of the dinner table scenes, the house itself became such a character, and you knew when there was a scene in certain rooms, in certain places, that something was going to happen, because the house is this imposing force upon all of these characters. Um, and yeah, the dinner table scenes were such a joy to shoot, because it's kind of a dream for an actor to get such incredible writing, such incredible language and characterization, but have none of the props and none of you can't rely on necessarily a physical plot line throughout the scene. So when you just sit across the table from everybody, and it's just this kind of tennis match between everybody, and the tensions start building, and you start to feel that kind of harmonic buzz in the air that just comes with great actors. I have like Michael Stuhlbarg and Elizabeth Moss sitting, and Logan, of course. And yeah, these were all really, really incredible scenes to shoot, because you just had to rely on this.
Yeah, the chemistry and Sarah's brilliant script. Like
Yeah,
the
she's an incredible
vocabulary.
writer.
Oh gosh, it was everyone when I posted about it last night, everyone reached out to me like this was their favorite film at Sundance, which was already, and they just said it's so great. It was so intellectual and everyone just loved it. And I
That
can't
makes
wait
me
for other
happy to
people.
hear. I'm so happy.
Oh yes, absolutely. And so what was your probably the thing that when you read the script, what's like one thing you were like, wow, like what made you really want to grab onto this, or what were your first initial thoughts upon reading Sarah's script?
Um, I was immediately struck by how theatrical it was, because she has a background in playwriting, which is very apparent when you read it. But also has the incredible ability, and this is really rare when when a playwright writes a screenplay, or when someone adapts a play for the screen, it is so hard to focus that huge energy that you need in theater, and that huge theatricality, because it has to fill such a big space. It is so hard to focus that into the limitations of the screen, and make it feel grounded. But it was really immediately apparent that Sarah had done that with this script. And I think the moment that really got me in the while reading the script was, I think the mushroom scene was the one where I was reading, where you know you don't know where it comes from or where it's going to go, but it is so emblematic of this character of Shirley, who is just a complete wild card, and will create these symbolic events just to get a point across, or to manipulate someone into becoming her comrade in that moment. um and I really loved it, and I could imagine shooting that, and I could imagine the look of the mushroom and the horror that you would feel if someone ate poison in front of you, and it just felt so vibrant.
And the way she presented it, you could live or die, it could all be over. And that's a deep Virginia Woolf like theme right there, the life or death. And that's something that
Absolutely.
people do not play with that a lot anymore. And
No, I
that's why
know. Yeah.
intellectuals they're just all over this. I mean, this is a gift to anybody who loves literature. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Now, tell me, Odessa, is that
Mm.
house haunted?
The one that we were shooting in,
Yes.
it definitely was absolutely haunted. Yeah, absolutely. It was, there were moments when, if they were shooting upstairs, I would be having a nap downstairs, or vice versa. And there were just these cold winds, or these creaks or something. I remember a few people had seen a dog walking around that was kind of like, nobody ever actually really saw it, but everybody knew that there was this dog walking around. So yeah, that, like I said, the house kind of became a character, not only to the movie, but to us as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's a different world inside the house. It's a different world outside the house.
Mm.
And that was just done so well. But did you ever see Shirley, or did you ever hear the dog, or
Um, I did not.
no?
I
Did
did
other
not, but
people?
other people did. I think the dog appeared as shadows in people's peripheries, and there were many of those things going on. And also, yeah, there was a lot of people in this very old house. I mean, things are bound to be disturbed.
Were you scared ever when you realized there may be a presence?
Um, no, no, I
It was
don't think
cool.
so. Yeah, I think that we were treating the house with kindness, and with respect. And to me, I like to think that it was just the house acting,
Yeah. The energy
acting
of the
in
house.
yeah, exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
and it aided in the story.
It should have gotten a credit in the movie. Actually, the
Yes.
house is
Wow.
played by the house.
Played by itself.
Yeah.
Played by the house. Absolutely. So what do you want to tackle after this, Odessa? I mean, this has been you've really showcased your versatility. So I imagine you're gonna have a lot of offers after this. Is there something, a dream project or someone you'd like to work with in the future?
um Gosh, that's a very good question, and a very big question. I don't think I have any dream projects. I think that when they're a dream project when they show up in front of you. It's Yeah, I don't think I'm specifically looking for anything, but there's that little kind of the little voice at the back of your head that tells you that this is the one. Um, but yeah, in terms of what's next, I mean, whoever will take me, whoever will have me, I'll do it.
Well, I can't wait to see what you do next. I mean, this was just, I love this so much.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
My
Where are you
favorite-
from?
North Carolina originally.
Oh, okay. I knew I heard some Southern in you.
And you're from Australia, correct?
I am from Australia, yes. I
Where
like
are
to
you
think
from?
of myself as an honorary Southerner now, though.
Are you in the South now?
Well, I'm in Virginia. I'm in Northern Virginia. It kind of counts, so I'll
I
take
grew
it.
up in North Carolina.
Yeah, beautiful. I've actually not been to North Carolina, but I am dying to go.
Maybe wait a little while.
Sure.
Just a little more, we'll see how
Like
that goes.
wait until everything gets its life back again.
Yeah, and the pandemic passes. But
Yeah.
thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me, Odessa. I'm such a huge fan of everything, and I
Thank
can't
you.
wait for the world to see this and to see you.
I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too. See you later.